Hello and welcome to Kate May Designs. Today we're going to talk about using pattern papers not available from the Silhouette Studio online store. If you Google search digital scrapbook papers, you will find over 1.6 million listings. If you add the word free, you get about 600,000 listings. That's a lot of options. And today I'm going to show you an easy way to add some of those papers to your images in the Silhouette Studio software. According to the manual, the software can import several vector and raster file formats for the purpose of being able to trace these images and cut them. File formats include JPEG. Look at that, you can drag and drop images onto your workspace. This particular image is from the Graphics Fairy, and the link to her blog is available in this blog post. You can import bitmap images or BMP. You can import PNG files. This particular pattern is from the fabulously talented Mel McCarthy, and links to her Flickr account and blog are available in this post. And you can import GIF files. Some people call it GIF. I think that's peanut butter, so I say GIF. These files are used on the internet and are generally 72 dpi, which, according to the Silhouette, is low res. Silhouette software prints at 300, 600, or 1200 dpi and will throw up this low res warning if your image is less than 300 dpi. For tracing purposes, this doesn't really matter, but for printing purposes, it does. For this demonstration, it doesn't matter, so we're just going to ignore it. The only way to remove the warning icon is to remove the offending image or pattern. The last format that they say the Silhouette can import for tracing purposes is a WMF or Windows Metafile format. This is a graphics file format on Microsoft Windows systems. I work on a Mac and I can't make that file type, so we're just going to skip that for this demonstration. What they don't tell you is that it can also import PDFs. And you can actually trace PDFs, and there's a tutorial coming on that later on. You can also import, for background purposes, TIFFs, which are much less common. I use these in my work, so they're common to me, but might not be to other people. And apparently, there we go. And Photoshop documents, PSDs, can also be imported. These last three that you see in red cannot be traced, but they can be used for backgrounds, which is a good thing to know. And the last one is an AI file or an Adobe Illustrator file. Okay. Now, when you are dragging and dropping, the software resizes your pattern so it fits into the shape as best it can. If you're happy with your pattern at this size, yay, you're done. If you resize your shape, let's resize the PNG here, it resizes the image, the size of your pattern. You also can't move your pattern around within the shape like you can when you purchase patterns using this method. If you want more control over the size and placement of your pattern, you have to open it manually. And you do that just like any other file. You go to Open, and we're going to go and open this electric company one right here. The reason that the crop marks are on is because you're always going to be printing these patterns, so you have to have the crop marks on for the machine to know where it's going. Now, when you do a pattern like this, it opens it as large as it can. Now, this is originally a 6x6, but for some reason it opens it at like 12x12. So you can see when it got smaller, when it got down to 6x6, where it is 300 dpi, the warning went away. Now, if you haven't put in your the shape that you want to cut, you can do that on this layer. The layer is given the name of whatever object you've opened. But if you want to use this on something that you've already started, all you have to do is copy, go to that page, and paste. You can no longer see the cut line, but you're going to send your pattern to the back so you can see the red line. Now I like these darker spots, so I want to make sure that they are in my pattern. So I can resize it, I can flip it, I can flop it, I can rotate it, I can do anything I want to that pattern. Now, to put the pattern just on that shape, just on that star, all I have to do is come up to Modify and say Crop. And I am now done. If you don't say crop, that pattern that you put in there, the crop lines are the square around it. So keep that in mind. It will always be a square. So my cut lines, says no cut, cut edge, I'm good to go. And that's all I have for today. So thank you for joining me. Come back for more tutorials. I've got plenty to tell you. Thanks. Bye.